Hey guys, it's Gamefacer and welcome back to episode 10 of my Manchester City career mode. Now in today's episode, we're going to be playing 3 more matches and just about getting into the January transfer window as well, so maybe we can put in 1 or 2 bids to end today's episode. The first game is going to be against Arsenal, followed by a game against Hull City. That's the away match in the league as well. We've got Liverpool as the last game of today's episode, so 3 matches to play and we'll hopefully get ourselves, like I say, just 1 day into the January transfer window to put in some bids before we maybe even sim the Burnley game. We'll just wait and see how we get on for time in today's episode. Hopefully we'll put in a few more bids. Something that's happened for Man.City is apparently they're very close to signing Ryan Bertrand. Obviously a left back for them, which would be a good addition to the team. We were obviously looking to try and bring in Mendy, as Man.City were looking to try and bring him in real life. That doesn't seem to be happening now, so it might be that we sign Ryan Bertrand instead in January. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. It doesn't seem like a Mendy deal is going to happen for City. But before we get into today's episode, if we could try and hit 100 likes, I would really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel or just haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. That'll be absolutely fantastic. If you don't already know, I'm now doing every other day uploads, so there's no sort of Sunderland career mode for now. That will be coming back after my exam period. But for now, because of my exams, we're just going to be doing every other day uploads of the Manchester City career mode, and that will be it on the channel. Just finished my first exam about 45 minutes ago, so yeah, we're going to get on with today's video and try and get ourselves a win here against Arsenal. Hopefully get ourselves 3 points. Currently 6 points behind Chelsea, so of course there is some catch-up to play there. Some good news for us for injuries, because we had a lot of bad news in our last episode in that side of things. Gabriel Jesus comes back into training for us. He probably won't make it back for the Arsenal game. That's in 2 days' time. Leroy Sané is back as well, but he'll be back for the game against Hull City, maybe Liverpool. Depends really how I feel I'm going to use him. Now onto some contract extensions, and to be totally honest with you, Navas isn't going to get a new deal. Clichy's not going to get a new deal. Neither is Sanya. They're all going, like Man City have done in real life, they are all going. What I would like to sign up, though, is Tossin. I think we would like to sign up on another 1-year contract, although he's going to want 3. Okay, we will go 3 years, in fact, then, if he wants that, just to make things easier. It's not like it's going to cost us that much, to be totally honest. Future first-team player. And I'm not so sure about Niame. Let me know your thoughts on him in the comments below. I'm not quite sure whether he's looking good enough to be signed up on a new 1-year deal. Okay, so this is the side we're going to go with for the game against Arsenal. Very strong team, because obviously the next game that's Hull City, and we'll probably go a little bit weaker against them. We do have a lot of time to actually recover for that match. Donnarumma starts in goal here. Cal Walker, Company, Otamendi, Grimaldo, Sol, De Bruyne, Silva, Nolito, Aguero and Sterling all starting. This is the bench I've gone with. Gabriel Jesus gets on there. Despite recovering from injury still, he's going to get on the bench just in case we need him, although the likelihood is he probably won't play in this match. But yeah, that's the bench. Quite a strong side on the bench as well, so it gives us many different options. Let's crack on with the game against Arsenal. We need to get the 3 points, put the pressure on Chelsea. To make things worse as well, Chelsea have just won their game, so they're now a game in front of us, and 9 points in front of us, so the pressure is well and truly on us. Okay, so here we go. Tough game against Arsenal. We're at the Ep10 for this match, but wait and see what sort of side they have put out for it. First signs out that Sanchez is starting along with Cazorla as well. It might well be Sanchez up front by the looks of it, so that'll be an interesting one for our defence. Hopefully we're able to cope with it, and hopefully we can play some exciting football today. A lot of players in this side that are currently in form. Nolito starts. He's playing really well at the moment. Hopefully we can get ourselves plenty of goals against this Arsenal side. Aguero through to David Silva. Have opened up the defence already. Silva makes it 1-0. We're only a few minutes into the match. Completely opened up the Arsenal defence, pulled them apart, allowed David Silva to run in from midfield, as we always like to do. We're only 6 minutes in. It's 1-0. What a start to this match. Dragging the defenders out. Look at this. Defender just runs completely out. No idea what he's doing. Is that Socrates to sign there? And David Silva puts it into the side of the goal. And as you can see, it's 1-0. Completely all over the place was their defence there. Very, very easy for us to run through. And what a start to the match. Oh, they've turned us here. Hector Bellerin to shoot. Gets blocked brilliantly by David Silva. They had a chance there, Arsenal. Didn't quite take it. We can now counter-attack. Couple of minutes left, but Socrates comes over and covers. A strange first half, really. Not that many chances created for us. Certainly been the better team, there's not any doubt about it, but not really created that many clear-cut chances. Arsenal still looking fairly good in defence, despite the way that they opened up so early on. So a chance for us here, actually. David Silva kept on running, could have got there. Half-time, 1-0. Like I say, so the better team. Still got to try and create some more chances, though, to get that second goal. Like I was saying before, not many chances have been created. Obviously, the stats show that as well. 1 shot, 1 on target, and 1 goal so far. Need to get some more shots at their goal. We've not really settled early on in the second half. A chance for Arsenal, or just about managed to beat the attacker to it, and defensively not looked good enough at all. Aguero tackled there, luckily not quite injured, but yeah, not a great start in the opening few minutes. Arsenal certainly on top to begin with. Okay, so 20 minutes to go. We're going to make all three changes now. Yaya Toure, Gundogan and Jesus all to come on. We're going to take off Sol, Silva and Nolito. The reason why I'm going to bring on Gabriel Jesus is because we're only winning 1-0 and I want to try and get a second goal. There's 20 minutes to go. Anything could obviously happen in the final 20 minutes. We might get into a situation where we're actually level, so we obviously don't want that to happen, and if it does happen, we've got to have enough firepower on the pitch. So, yeah, we'll bring on Gabriel Jesus. Hopefully he'll be fine to play 20 minutes. I would have thought he should be okay. And, yeah, we'll bring on Yaya Toure in midfield also to give us a bit more quality going forward. Oh, through to Yaya Toure. Needs some more support. Raheem Sterling is going to do it. He's going to run in behind. Got to try and find someone. Back to Yaya. Go on. Yes, he's got himself the second goal. He has been a threat going forward so far as Toure. Desperate to get forward. He's only been on the pitch 10 minutes and he's doubled our lead. It's 2-0. Yaya's going to put the game to bed. And that means that we get ourselves 3 points here. A very good 3 points as well to get against Arsenal. Very good performance, hitting them on the break a little bit here. Obviously, Arsenal are quite scarce in defence, given the fact that they're throwing a lot of players forward now that they're losing the game. So, yeah, 2-0, very happy with that. And just got to see the next 10 minutes out, basically. Trans concede, maybe even hit them on the break again for a third. Raheem on the break here. There's only a couple of minutes of this game to go. He's still got back to pace, though. Through to Sergio Aguero. Might need another player or not. Aguero off the post and in. It's 3-0. I was expecting the defender to come across and close us down. I was just going to play it across to Gundogan who'd made a run forward, but it wasn't needed. And it's 3-0 on the break again, getting ourselves a third goal. 88th minutes, 2 minutes to go. Just happens every single time in matches where the opposition just throw players forward when they're losing matches. Really opens them up at the back, and that's why we do score quite a lot of goals late on. So 2 goals in the final 10 minutes, and there's still a couple of minutes to go. Oh, straight to De Bruyne. And we couldn't have time to counter-attack. That could have easily been a 4th goal. We've won the match 3-0 anyway, though. It is 3 points for us. Very, very important that we get 3 points to match Chelsea after they won their match in the last game as well. So it keeps us 6 points behind them. But of course, you know, eventually we will catch up once we start winning more games consecutively. Inevitably, Chelsea will slip up at some point, as will we, you know, throughout the season. There will be times where we obviously drop points. We did against West Brom quite recently, another game as well. Maybe Palace was it or something. In fact, we know we beat them. But there was another team that we dropped points to as well that we probably shouldn't have done. So it'll happen. We're just going to make sure that we win as many games as possible and eventually get a higher points tally than Chelsea. We will get on with seeing some of these player drills this week. We're not going to change them from the drills that we've been doing the last episode or two. How are we going to get on? Some decent progress, as you should expect, really, from the lower overall players on these big drills. So, yeah, we'll hopefully the next few weeks see them go up even more. Okay, Tosin has declined the contract offer, wants a bigger role in the squad. That's a little bit surprising. I was expecting him to be fine with the one that we gave him. We will offer him again the exact same deal. We will increase it slightly. We'll go sporadic first-team player. Not so sure about that. I mean, he plays occasionally. He's played once or twice, I think, so far this season, but I'm not so sure about him demanding a higher squad role. I think that's a little bit over the top. He's played twice, I think, kept 2 clean sheets, so he's not doing so bad. More play drills again this week, just in time for the game against Hull City tomorrow. This is the state that we've got the plays in after those drills. It's pretty good. Quite a lot of overall growth, which is decent, but again, as you'd expect, really, with the attributes that we're training here, to have a centre forward with 38 finishing is pretty poor, so hopefully we can still continue to get him up in overall. I think I quickly saw that, yeah, Tosin has accepted that contract now, which is good. Let's move on to the game against Hull City, another match that we're going to play. Before we get on to that game, though, some news we didn't want to hear. David Silva would like to leave the club. He's decided he wants to leave. It seems like it's going to happen this January as well, so that means, obviously, it will help us in some ways, because we are going to bring in Bernardo Silva, and he'll probably play a similar sort of role in the team. But yeah, it's a shame. You want your best players at the club. David Silva wants to leave, and he's actually been playing very, very well. He'll be contacting the club to submit a transfer request. So yeah, frustrating, because he has actually been playing very well recently. He's been in the side a lot as my starting centre alongside Kevin De Bruyne, as you can see here. So yeah, a little bit frustrating because I wanted to keep him here. Okay, this is the side I'm going to go with for the game against Hull City. A changed team because of the match against Liverpool coming up very shortly. Donnarumma starting goal though, Sanya at right back, Tosin starts alongside Kolarov at centre back, Hernandez as our left back. In front of that, Fernandinho, Yaya Toure, Gundogan, strong midfield with Navas, Nolito and Jesus starting up front. That leaves us with the bench looking like that. Leroy Sané comes on there as he's recovering from injury. He might get a few minutes towards the end of the game, but obviously I don't want to risk his injury too much. Fernandez and Diaz are also on there as potential options alongside Iheanacho and Delph. and obviously there are a couple of defensive options there as well. Let's crack on with the game against Hull City. Again, we've got to get 3 points, got to make sure we're putting the pressure on Chelsea and trying to get a little bit closer to them. Okay, here we go, away at Hull City for this match. Got to get ourselves a win here. It's a team that you'd expect us to beat, but in the past, quite recently in fact, we have dropped points against some of the lesser sides, let's say. And yeah, they have started off very, very quickly here, so I wouldn't be surprised if we are very challenged in this match, especially with the rotated team as well. I don't think this game is going to be as easy as it might seem. Oh, ball through, Mbakani, it's 1-0. Is he offside? No, he's not. Wow, we are losing this match already. What a start Hull City have had. 8 minutes in, you could tell by the way they were passing it around really quickly that they were going to start really strong. And it was very much like Man City versus Hull, but the teams flipped. They were playing like Man City, we were playing like Hull. Camped in our own half, really struggling to get out and clear the ball. And everyone was back trying to defend. And they've managed to find a pass through and they've scored it. So they win the game 1-0, 8 minutes in. Unexpected, but it gives us a challenge, of course. That game against Arsenal was probably far too easy for us, given the fact that it should have been much, much tougher on paper. And this will certainly give us more of a challenge. 10 minutes into the match, losing the game 1-0. Got to wake up here if we can. Oh, it's a bad touch. Gabriel Jesus has pounced on it. Gabriel Jesus, it's 1-1. All from a really poor touch from one of the defenders there. It's come from absolutely nothing. It's a really poor goal to concede from Hull. Got ourselves right back on level terms here. You can see just from the throwing, gave it to one of their players and they passed it to a defender right onto Gabriel Jesus. And he's just managed to slow it past the goalkeeper. 1-1, and that's our first shot as well. Look at that. Really poor touch. I think that's Dawson. I've just got on his first touch, slots it past the goalkeeper. Should not be conceding like that, should Hull, but that is just proven that we can get back in the game really, really quickly with the quality we have. Fernandinho out to Navas. The fullback's got forward now, so the defence can split. Navas needing another runner. He's going to find it with Gabriel Jesus. Jesus again. Oh, saved by the goalkeeper this time. Nolito will keep it in, and that's a poor way to keep it in. It's half-time. It's 1-1 still, on level terms. Haven't quite managed to get ourselves into the lead just yet. I think it'll come though, it'll happen I think in time. Got to try and create more chances, not done that enough really. Not been around the Hull City box like we usually do, putting them under pressure, which is a little bit worrying. I would have thought we should have had much more control of the game than we've had. But yeah, I think Hull City have actually played fairly well. It's a pretty level game. I think it should definitely be a draw at the moment. Got to try and get on top a little bit though and get ourselves the lead in this game. Gabriel Jesus gets some support from Nolito. Needs some more runners forward though. He's only got Gabriel Jesus in support. Gonna have to go for the cross. Gabriel Jesus. Oh, I nearly found him there as well. It's Dawson that had to cut it out in the end. Could have easily been 2-1, but he was the only man in the box there. That's the only disappointment. Okay, all three changes. I'm not going to risk this game going on any longer at 1-1. So we're going to bring on Leroy Sané, Delph and Diaz. Of course, Sané is not ideal to have to bring on, but there's 23 minutes to go, and we're going to have to do it to try and get ourselves into the lead. Gundogan, Yaya and Navas will come off as part of that. We'll change formation to a 4-3-3 attack, and yeah, we've got Nolito going on to the right-hand side. So we'll see how that goes. Obviously, Leroy Sané will hopefully give us a much better left-hand side, much stronger left-hand side with that pace and a bit of cutting edge, hopefully, and we'll wait and see how that goes. Got to try and get ourselves a win here, otherwise we are obviously dropping points here against Chelsea, who no doubt will probably have won their match. Gabriel Jesus looking for Leroy Sané. What a pass! Sané, we've got a goal straight away. He's only just come off the bench. Don't actually think it's Gabriel Jesus with the pass. It looks like it could be Diaz, another substitute that's just come on, but it's 2-1. Leroy Sané puts it into the lead for the first time. It was Diaz with the assist as well. Brilliant play, and immediately the substitutes. After 1 or 2 minutes on the pitch, I've made an impact. Look at that little pass, left foot. No stopping the run either. Right past the defence, and past the goalkeeper as well. 2-1. Super sub. I think we just have to keep playing how we are playing, but it seems like Hull City have stepped things up again, just like they did in the first half when we first began the match, in fact. Jesus, onto Nolito. Certainly less defenders back here for Hull. Nolito goes it back inside to Jesus. Go on, look for another pass maybe. Diaz is through. Diaz should make it 3. Kept himself onside as well. Really good opportunity. The goalkeeper came out well though, to be fair to him. Gabriel Jesus onto Nolito. Loads of space now. Got to be a cutback in here somewhere. Nobody was there for the cutback. Nolito nearly had it as well. Less than 10 minutes to go. Should have had someone in the box though. There's no open opportunities for the pass. No, it's going to be a goal. Oh, what a save, Donnarumma. It's all Koلاrov's fault as well. He's come really far out to stop this cross. I've not told him to. He's just done it automatically. And that's meant that the whole defence has been completely shifted. And that meant that Hernandez was left on their taller man in the box. It's a corner. The goalkeeper's up. There's a minute to go. Got to defend this properly. Hit on the break to try and get ourselves a third front post. I thought it'd gone in. Oh, I thought it was a save as well, but it's not. What has gone on there? Somehow found over the bar from Mbakani. Should have marked him better. Their best player in the box as well. Don't mark him properly. We've just got away with that one. That's it. We've won the game 2-1. 3 points. We've had to win like that. Not obviously the best way to win matches. You want to win more comfortably against a team like Hull. But it was a changed side as well. Bringing on the substitutes clearly helped and made a huge impact in us winning the game. But that's what they're there for. 7 shots, 7 on target. On the balance of play. Probably a fair result. Fair scoreline, I'd say, as well. So just about managed to get past them. A little bit lucky, to be totally honest, at times. Chelsea there winning the match 3-0 as well, so 3 points to them too. So still remain 6 points behind them with the game against Liverpool, who have just drawn to Stoke, coming up next. Youth player wants out. It's Mason Lewis from the youth academy that wants to leave. I'm not so sure what overall he is, what it's like exactly. If he's not good enough, we'll just let him go, to be totally honest. How is he doing at the moment? Mason Lewis? Yeah, pretty decent actually. He's got right to want out, so we will offer him a contract, make sure he stays at the club. We'll go 3-year deal. I want to try and keep him here as long as possible. Future first team player, he might reject it on the basis that we've not given him the right contract length, but we'll wait and see what he's come back and says. Another player wanting out as well. We'll also sign this guy up as well, because he does look pretty decent. Decent overall, decent potential, more like. So his overall isn't that great at the moment, but his potential could be good, although there is obviously some potential for him to only be 70 overall as well. So we'll wait and see. We'll sign him up anyway, just to be safe. Mason Lewis accepts the contract and board decision. Sell David Silva. Yeah, so David Silva's going basically. Whether it'll be the next episode, I'd imagine, when he goes. Another youth player wanting out as well. Another one we've got to try and offer a contract to if he's good enough. So yeah, same. It's a real shame to see Silva go, but like I said before, we will be bringing in another Silva. So we do have a replacement, luckily, and we'll just wait and see now. Is this guy good enough? 18 years old. We'll go with it anyway. Again, better to be safe than sorry. We'll sign him up, make sure that we have him available. If he's not good enough, then obviously he can go in the future. Okay, this is time we're going for the game against Liverpool. The final match that we're playing of today's episode. Obviously a very, very strong team out here. Potentially David Silva's last match as well. Donnarumma starts in goal, Kyle Walker, Company, Otamendi, Grimaldo, Sol, Kevin De Bruyne, Silva, Sané, Aguero and Sterling all start. This is the bench I've gone with. Again, very strong bench, as you'd expect, really, given the fact he rested most of the team in the last game. And yeah, we've got a full-strength side out. So can we get ourselves another 3 points in today's episode? Let's wait and find out. Hopefully we can. Got to keep that pressure up on Chelsea. Have they played? Yes, they have played, and they've dropped points. They drew that match, so if we win this game, we go 4 points behind them. Even more pressure on us now to go and get a victory here against Liverpool. Well, this is a really good chance for us, a really good opportunity to gain points on Chelsea, something we've not been able to do for a little while now. I said before the last game that we played that eventually they will slip up at some point. Seems like they have. They only got a draw in their last match. That means we've got a chance here, got a chance to get a little bit closer, obviously not in front yet, but hopefully come the end of the season we will be. This is a big opportunity for us here against Liverpool. A tough game though, very good team, and got to be at our best in this match. Obviously could be David Silva's last game as well, so need to get a good performance out of him before he goes. Quick passing football again here from another team we've played. Oh, man, he's got past our fullback too easily. Ball goes in, corridor of uncertainty, but it stayed out. Somehow, because we missed the initial ball in at the front post, we don't quite get there, and Daniel Sturridge had a great opportunity, but I think Donnarumma must have got something on it. And a chance here on the break. Sol nearly found a way through past Lovren, but again, he was just too strong for us. Aguero out to Leroy Sané. Chance to try and stretch the Liverpool defence if possible, switching out to Raheem Sterling. He doesn't have many opportunities. Kevin De Bruyne is one of them, though. Oh, save from the goalkeeper. Free kick here for Liverpool. Coutinho's over it. He's also got James Milner around him as well. Is it going to be a layoff or a shot? Coutinho! Oh, no. Had a feeling. It's Coutinho on free kicks. It's bound to be very, very close. Donnarumma doesn't save it. Losing the game 1-0 again. 2 games in a row. Another challenge for us. A different sort of challenge. A little bit later on now, so a little bit less time. And, yeah, a little bit less time to respond as well in this half. 15 minutes to go. Got to try and get ourselves on level terms if we can before we go into half-time, but Donnarumma not going to save that. Losing the game 1-0. Coutinho with a hell of a free kick there. Sol out to Raheem Sterling. Another good run. Going to look for Aguero. It's an optimistic ball in, but he nearly got there. Sterling again going to try and get on the end of that. Hasn't quite happened yet, though, in this first half. Not enough chances created. Liverpool deservedly in the lead as well. Company doing very well that time round. Half-time, losing the game 1-0 at the moment. Disappointing, not creating enough chances, not passed it around quick enough. One shot, one on target so far isn't good enough either. Again, not really that many shots again in this match. I think we briefly saw there, Liverpool have only had 2 themselves, and I think both of them have been on target. So, yeah, need to get back in this game as quickly as possible because we can't afford to not capitalise on Chelsea's drop points here. Oh, what a ball in. Oh, off the post. Oh, should be 2-0. Daniel Sturridge, how has he missed that? What a chance for Liverpool. Should have doubled their lead. And we've got very, very lucky with that opportunity. That pretty much would have sealed off the game, especially from 3 points anyway. Okay, so first change. Yaya Touré's going to come on. David Silva's going to come off. That might be the final of the game he plays for us. And yeah, not a good way to end his career here at City either, to be totally honest. Yaya Touré will come on and play at centre mid, and we are going to change the formation. Got to give them something else to think about, Liverpool, because at the moment it's a little bit too easy for them. So we're going to go with the centre attacking mid, 4-3-3 attack, and yeah, we'll obviously take De Bruyne off at some point if it's not working, and we'll probably bring on someone like Gabriel Jesus. But for now, 30 minutes to go to try and change this game around. God, Sol, look for the pass through to Kevin De Bruyne. He's running through, he's got to score it. De Bruyne! Oh, off the post. Oh, it's not gone in. Oh, it's going to be a foul, I think, as well from Aguero. How has that not found the back of the net? That would have really helped us with 20 minutes left. Needed to score it. Okay, so it's getting to that sort of time where you've got to do things a little bit differently. We're going to bring on Gabriel Jesus, we'll take off Grimaldo, and we're also going to be taking off Sol as well, bringing on Fabian Delph. Fabian Delph will come on to try and play as a different sort of left-back / centre-mid type position. Awkward, obviously, for him, but we've got to try and push players forward to really put the pressure on their defence. Gabriel Jesus will go up front, of course. That's kind of like a 4 up front type thing. But yeah, we're going to see how that goes. There's not too much time left, less than 20 minutes. We've got to try and do something, so going 4 up front is maybe the way forward. Referee's got in the way, he's given us a chance here. Gabriel Jesus is on the pitch now as well. Leroy Sané, this attack's all come from the referee getting in the way. Aguero looking for another player. Sterling, it's 1-1, we've equalised again. The substitutes have made a difference, and so has the referee, to be completely honest. He's got in the middle of one of the Liverpool passes, and it's allowed us to counter-attack, and we've equalised. Good start, really, really good start to those substitutes being made. 15 minutes to go, can we get ourselves a winner? Surely with 4 up front, we've got to do something here. All straight to Yaya. Aguero, going to look for Jesus. Great pass as well. Needs another runner. Yaya's going to make it. He's still going. Touré. Aguero. Oh, he's done it. He's done it. It's 2-1. How has he done that on his left foot? Sergio Aguero. I can't believe it. He's cut it back there, Yaya Touré. And Aguero's had to go with his left foot and get a little bit behind him because the pass is behind Aguero there. And he's cut it back. And somehow he's managed to swing his left foot and he's got it past the goalkeeper. Not so sure about the goalkeeping here, but this is a hell of a bit of play. Look at that, sweeps the ball from beneath him and somehow gets it underneath Karius, and it's in the back of the net. It's 2-1, and now I've got to deal with the fact that we have 4 strikers on the pitch, or 4 attackers anyway. So Sergio Aguero at the moment has got us the winner. There's 9 minutes to hold on though. Gonna have to change the formation, I think, now. Issue is we have no left back, so yeah, that's going to be fun. Okay, so this is what the team's going to look like. Delph will play at left back for a little bit, and I've got 9 minutes now with this sort of formation. Aguero at CDM. Obviously not ideal, but, you know, you've got to try and change the team because obviously Liverpool are now going to start throwing loads and loads of players forward, including, no doubt, their centre-backs as well. So we've got to be able to deal with that threat, and hopefully we can. Oh, they're going behind us. James Milner, of all people. Oh, well played, Otamendi. Company must clear. Get it away, Aguero. Fantastic stuff, and nearly on for a counter-attack. Couldn't quite pick out Jesus. Going to have to be a few more clearances, I think, still. Jordan Henderson messing around with it. Wijnaldum. Coutinho looking for a pass. Not going to find one. He's going to maybe go for a shot. Blocked again. Otamendi. Incredible stuff. He's out of position now. Yaya's got to do something. Don't give away a free kick. It's an automatic goal. Must be a clearance here. Come on. Oh, God. Still got Gabriel Jesus up front. Can we switch it out? No, we'll just take the win, surely. Blow your whistle. Yes! Finally got ourselves the win. How long was that 3 minutes added on? No idea, but it felt like a long, long time. We've got ourselves the 3 points. It's another 2-1 win. Of course, again, it's not in great circumstances. We've not done it particularly well, but it's enough to get ourselves the win and gain points on Chelsea. That was the main thing. Had to claw back those 2 goals and really had to claw it back as well. Getting quite desperate towards the end. But we managed to get ourselves the winning goal through Aguero, and yeah, got ourselves 3 points. Really, really happy with that. And obviously that sets us up now for a good run into the final half of the season, I suppose, where we've got to try and pick up more points against Chelsea to be able to try and beat them, obviously, to the league title. We won't put in any offers, I don't think, in the January transfer window right now. We will do that next episode. I just want to kind of hear what you guys want me to do in the comments below. So what do you think about the signing of Bertrand? Obviously, seems like he's going to be joining Man City from what Sky sources have been saying. So that means that obviously we want to try and sign him in this career mode. Also, the main issue that I have currently is the goalkeeper situation. Yeah, Man City will eventually sign Ederson, and obviously I need to decide whether to keep Donnarumma or whether to get rid of him as part of that deal. So let me know in the comments, should I get rid of Donnarumma or should I keep him? I'm going to try and keep Claudio Bravo because I think he's going to be staying at the club in real life. So of course I want the team to be as close to the real life one as possible. So that obviously suggests that I probably should get rid of Donnarumma, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below. We'll get on to all the emails and everything next episode. Don't quite have enough time in this episode, but of course gaining points on Chelsea, 4 points behind them, halfway through the season. Of course need to try and pick up some more points, but yeah, got Watford 9 points behind us, so plenty of space, and it's kind of just between the top 2 teams for the league title now. And that is everything for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could try and hit 100 likes, I would really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel or just haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. That'd be absolutely fantastic. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in 2 days' time for the next episode. Of course, these videos now every other day until I finish my exams in a few weeks' time. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time, and goodbye.